That's the name of God. And if he's our friend, we all have a friend that we call, close friend, or somebody we could count on in certain situations that we could talk. So he said, in all of that, you could do that with Christ. So invite him into your home and have him sit in a chair and talk. So he was explaining this to the minister, and he said, okay, well, I don't know why I'm here. Because he knew the daughter wanted him to pray for the father, but the father already knew how to pray. And he was already comfortable with where he was heading, because he knew he had a relationship with Christ. And I want to tell you that later on, that minister went home. He did what he's supposed to do. He prayed for the man, and he left. He told the daughter, I'm praying for him, and I'm leaving. If anything, call me. So the next day, she left her father. He was fine. She did everything she had to do for him. She went to do some shopping. And about an hour or two, she came back, and her father was gone. So she quickly dialed the minister's number and said, my father has passed away. Can you still come to the house and pray? This is not a sad story, so I don't want you to get sad. So he rushed over to the house, and he got there, and what he saw, that the old man, who was a bedridden man, he couldn't get up on his own, was leaning in that chair with his head down in that chair, and he passed away in that chair. What I want to tell you today, that story, that he gave his life to Christ. He's everything. He couldn't walk. But the faith, as we read, is not by sight, right? We walk not by sight. But some of us like to see things to believe things. And we know in this spiritual world, not all of us understand, but we have to learn day by day in giving. Because this season, people say this season is about giving. And my mother always says, why are we giving gifts to people if it's not our birthday? It's Jesus Christ's birthday, and we're giving gifts to everybody. She doesn't understand this. She cracks me up every time she says that. But we have a concept here that we grow on 25th, we give gifts to each other, whether it's Secret Santa, whether it's your kids, whatever it is. But how much of that do we give to God? It's still giving, right? The old man gave his last breath. He gave his time to God. He used every strength of his to give that God. I want to tell you, in this season of giving, and it's very short, but in that season of giving, sometimes we feel like it's obligated. We're obligated to give. And I wish I could, Seth, could you do me a favor? Could you take a small gift and a big gift? I just want to demonstrate something. The smallest one, and something that's obviously big. It's obvious. People like to see. If you could make the difference. You see, people like to see things. And if you were to call, especially a child, you'll say, which one you pick? They will pick the big one, right? It looks big. You automatically